I'm a fellow that likes to delve into the past. Some people might call that simply nostalgia, but it can be a mining venture, as is the case with this rare gem. Now, it is a well-known gem if you lived through the time period. I watched this football game as a young boy. I was in 6th grade at the time, and it's a classic. But there's some things that I found by delving back into it that I overlooked, and I think most people did. And as with most gemstones, it's not the raw stone that is so highly valued, but the way it's cut. And I hope to present to you a well-cut gemstone with some hidden treasure.
Naturally, a sellout crowd. Joe Robbie, the owner of the Dolphins, said he has never seen this kind of hysteria building up to a game in the 20-year history of the franchise. And I agree. I've been in Florida the past few days. You couldn't read or hear about anything else.
If anyone thinks for 1 second that home field advantage is not a big factor and that the fans at a football game are not a major factor in the outcome of a game, this is a good piece of evidence for them to take a look at. The crowd noise alone made it hard for the Chicago Bears to get a playoff.
Your team can't hear it. It could cost you the football game. Yes, you know, there was a time I had to wait when I was with the New York Jets for almost 7 minutes, and it happened to be against the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field in Chicago.
You know, this is wild. They're going to ask Don Shula on the sidelines if he can help. Again, as I mentioned early in the game, the first quarter when this happened, there's nothing the officials can do. The Dolphin players were waving their arms. Now this entire stadium is up, imitating the Dolphin players who are trying to quiet them. Bizarre. Is under the center. They'll take the snap from the center, maybe. No. Boy, there are going to be a lot of polyps developed by this crowd tonight.
I think eventually we're going to have to make some kind of a rule change to try to prohibit this kind of behavior. Of course, the fans are entitled to show their excitement.
If you're the type of person that believes in numerology, you might find it important to note that this is week number 13 of the season, and that Dan Marino wears number 13 on his jersey. If you're simply the normal type of person that believes in plain old bad luck and good luck, you will definitely have to say that luck was on the side of the Miami Dolphins on this night.
Oh, and are things going right for the Dolphins tonight? Up goes the big hand of Dan Hampton. It was over Mike Richardson's head. He couldn't get to it. Right into the arms of Clayton. Chicago Bears, they're 12-0, looking to go all the way undefeated, running into trouble with the Miami Dolphins here tonight. The Dolphins, of course, they would like to prevent the Bears from replacing them as the winningest team for a single season in the history of this game. They were 17-0 in 1972. That's the score as we begin the second half. Out to the 35-yard line. That's hard to believe. That goes all the way back to the first season game of 1972.
There's also more points in one half than the Bears has given up in the last 6 games.
By halftime, the Miami Dolphins had started to pull away. But the whole nother contest, the one that most people forgot and that I overlooked in watching it, would go down to the very wire.
You know, Joe, I would have bet my car that the Bears would have come out and said, hey, we need to get on the scoreboard. We're going to put the ball on the ground and do what we do best and get in there and get one score this half.
Which car?
The cheapest one he has, whatever that is.
He doesn't have any cheap ones. 61 yards now for Walter Payton, who's looking for his 8th consecutive 100-yard game. That would set him apart from O.J. Simpson and Earl Campbell.
Well, they didn't get much out of it, but I just won my car back. I think they'd see a lot of Walter right now.
I think Nicole would ever let you get rid of that car. She looks so pretty in it. They might be better off playing just a solid football, and with the Bears, that means give Walter Payton the football a lot of times. The fourth quarter, less than 12 minutes to play. Miami dominating Chicago thus far, 38-24. The Bears have a 3rd and 1 at their 44-yard line. count, trying to draw Miami off. It did not work in that respect, and Camper covers Walter Payton, who struggled up for the first down. And they have a first down. They are at Miami's 27-yard line. Walter Payton. And Payton just burst down to the 15-yard line. A Bear first down. And now they are beginning to use Payton like we thought they would in the first half.
Well, this is Walter. All he's doing is his offensive line is not allowing any penetration. They're staying on their man, and Walter is just picking his way. This is something that he's done for over 13,000 yards.
Down by 2 touchdowns. Payton manhandled by Mark Brown. Bears have a man-sized order. They trail by 14. They have 2:27 remaining in the game. Will he get the 20 yards? He's tied with my friend in the booth, O.J. Simpson, Earl Campbell, with 7 consecutive 100-yard games. No, O.J., it's on my mind. Must be on your mind.
I'm sure wherever Earl Campbell is, he's wondering about it, and I'm certainly wondering about it right now.
So there you have it, a confession from O.J. It takes a big man to admit that he's concerned about keeping his records and stuff like that. A lot of football players would pretend like, oh, it didn't really matter to me. But O.J. was straightforward about it and confessed to the fact that he was concerned about this record being broken of his.
2-minute warning coming up. Payton. Payton. What a move Walter Payton put on Mac Moore. Ball is loose. Dolphins say they have it. Payton has turned it over twice. And he is short of the 100 yards. Payton has turned it over twice. And he is short of the 100 yards. Hasn't done bad at 1,000-yard seasons either, has he?
He's been doing it.
Oh, he's remarkable.
And not only would I put my car up, I'll put my house on. Who carries the ball?
2nd down and 2.
I think it's on Dicker's mind also.
And through it all, the man has kept his cool, his modesty, his personality. Payton, first down. There it is. Bears will not go undefeated, but they have put life and a spark into football in general and Chicago in particular. What a victory for the Dolphins. As Dolphin players congratulate Walter Payton.
I hope you enjoyed that and you found it as much of a gem as I did. This little hidden secret battle that a lot of people don't know about how Walter Payton, also known as Sweetness, defeated O.J., also known as the Juice. And there was a classic struggle and a clear victor. And if you like this and you want to see more of this, well, please support me by clicking like and subscribe. And this will help me do more mining. Otherwise, you'll never get to know what a good miner I am, and you'll never get to see my true abilities when it comes to carving gemstones.